Quantum numbers is a topic that can be a little scary for grade 12 chemistry students. Maybe it's just in the name, but in this tutorial, I'm going to take that fear away from you so that we can understand these 4 quantum numbers better and how to locate an electron. Let's get started. Now, our first quantum number describes the principal energy level of an electron, or the shell that the electron is in. And we label that with N. So it can be in the first shell, second, third, fourth, and so on. So N is our principal quantum number. Now our secondary quantum number, also known as our orbital angular momentum quantum number, is describing the shape of those orbitals. Right? So we have our familiar S, P, D, F shapes. We label it as L, where 0 represents our S orbital, 1 is our P orbital, 2 is our D orbital, and F is our 3 orbital. Now what's important to note, we already know that in our first energy level, we only have an S orbital. We do not have a P, D, or F orbital. So this little n-1 helps us to discover that. So if we had a electron in the second energy level, right, then the orbitals available for it can only be in, well, n-1 or 0. Okay, so S or P. If it is in the third energy level, well, n-1 is 2, so it can only exist in 2, 1, or 0, S, P, or D. Now our third quantum number is our magnetic quantum number, which helps describe the orientation of that orbital in space. Now something else it tells you is how many orbitals you have in that subshell. So we know that in our p orbital we have 3 subshells. So we have 3 possible numbers for our magnetic quantum number. In our f orbital we have 7 subshells, so we have 7 possible numbers. Now we label our magnetic quantum number as m subscript L, and it can go from negative L to L. So what that means is if L is 1, representing our p orbital, then ml can go from negative 1 to 1, including all integers in between. Right? F, which would be our L equals 3, can go from negative 3 to positive 3 with all integers in between. And finally, we have our spin quantum number, which represents an intrinsic property. It's also called intrinsic magnetic moment or an intrinsic angular momentum of the electron. And we can have for electrons 2 possible values, an downspin or an upspin, which we label as m subscript s, having a value of either negative 1/2 or positive 1/2. Okay, so now that we know our 4 quantum numbers, let's look at 6 possible addresses for electrons, and we're going to look at each one and determine whether or not this is possible or not possible, and why. So let's check out our first one. So here we have our primary number is 2, so n equals 2. Okay, L equals 1. This is possible, because remember, this number has to be at least 1 less than this one. So that works. ML, that needs to be between negative L and positive L. So since L is 1, this can be negative 1, 0, or 1. So that works. And our spin needs to be either negative 1/2 or positive 1/2, so this works as well. So this address is possible. Let's try the next one. So we're in our first shell, n equals 1, but then we have a p orbital. We do not have a p orbital in our first shell, so this address is not possible. We get the game? Okay, before I go over the answers for the next 4, now that we get the game, pause here, try it yourself. All right, let's check. So in our third one, we have n equals 3, so we're in our third energy level or shell, and we have a p orbital. Yeah, we can have a p orbital in the third energy level, but oh, no, right? This number here, ml, can only be between negative 1 and positive 1. So that is not possible. Cross it out. It is not a possible location. Let's try this one. In our fourth shell, we have a d orbital. Yeah, we can do that. Right? And our ML is between -2 and 2. So that's good. And we have a possible spin here. So check. Over here, third energy level with another d orbital. Yeah, we can have that, right? This needs to be a number that is at least 1 less than 3. So 2, 1, or 0. It works. And this needs to be between, we look at the previous number, between -2 and +2. So that works. And this needs to be either +1 or, +0.5 or -0.5. So we're good there as well. Next over here, we have our first shell with an s orbital. So that works, right? This second number is 1 less than this one. It works. This one has to be between 0 and 0, so there's only one option. It works. And a +0.5 spin. This is also good. So I hope this little tutorial has helped you understand quantum numbers a little better and how we use them to locate proper addresses for electrons. If you have any questions, let me know in the description. And as a bonus, if you're taking grade 12 physics, you can get my course pack for free in the description. Check it out, and thanks for watching.